Hello my simmers and regulars, my name is Val and I'm the Sorry Simmer. If you're new to this channel, I create original challenges in The Sims 4. If you're not new, then welcome back, and also welcome everybody to my 500 subscriber Q&A. Woo! I'm hoping that there's like editing going on in the background there. Future Val, please. This is absolutely crazy. I never thought in a million years when I started this channel a few months ago that I would already be at 500 subscribers. I just want to say a really quick thank you to everybody who has supported me, who has watched my videos, who is engaged on my videos by liking or commenting, and of course subscribing. It really means the world to me, and I feel like I'll get to talk a little bit about it in the Q&A, so I will leave the sappy stuff for that, but it really means the world to me, and I've met so many amazing people, and yeah, I can't imagine my life. I can't imagine not doing this now in my life, so yeah. So anyways, I have like 60 questions to get to, which, I mean, amazing. Thank you, Twitter. You guys are freaking amazing. But holy crap, I'm gonna have to like answer each question in like 20 seconds, or this is gonna be a freaking 2-hour long video.
We don't do speed round.
So without further ado, we're gonna get started right away. Just before we get into the questions, just to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a 30-something Canadian girl who loves The Sims. I am a general manager at a movie theater, so I am an expert at making popcorn. I used to be a singer, dancer, and actor. I mostly did stage musicals, and again, I'll probably talk a little bit about that in some of those questions, so I'll hold off a little bit on that. But I did that for a good maybe 10 years, and I quit that because the business side of it wasn't really for me. Wasn't all that great on your mental health, on anybody's mental health, but so I quit because I needed to focus on myself and be happy in life, which I am. So it was the best decision I ever made. But I think finding The Sims and creating Sims content on YouTube has allowed me to have that creative outlet again. So very happy to have found that and to have found all of you guys. So thank you so much. Without further ado, let's get into those questions. Okay, so first question is actually by two different followers of mine. So it's from Hanori Sims and Simbi. So Hanori Sims asked, how did you first get into The Sims? And Simbi asked, when did you start playing The Sims and what made you love it so much? Okay, my Sim story starts at SimCity, actually. I don't know if that counts, but when I would say probably 7 or 8, I remember going over to my friend's house. Her family was very well off, and they had a very good computer for the times, and so they had SimCity. At the time, I didn't have a computer at all, I don't think, and if I did, it definitely wasn't good enough to play SimCity or play any video games other than Minesweep and Solitaire. So I remember going over to her house, and she had this game, and we started playing it, and we played for hours and hours and hours, and I fell in love with SimCity. I love being able to create new towns and all that kind of stuff. Fun fact, when The Sims came out, I remember saying things. I actually rejected The Sims for quite a long time. I would say for a few good years. I remember, because I was such a SimCity fan, I remember saying things like, why would I want to control the everyday life of a person? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I have all that kind of stuff to do in my real life. Why would I want to do that when I can play SimCity and be like the mayor of a freaking whole town? I don't get to do that in real life. So I rejected The Sims for quite a long time. But I did end up playing The Sims, and I'm quite sure I didn't get to play it a lot, but I am quite sure that I played all of the Sims games at one point, but again, it was always at a friend's house. I never had it in my own house. The Sims 4 is the first Sims game that I have owned myself and gotten to play. And again, that was just because I never really had a good enough computer or the money to spend on the game until now. I kind of have my own life and a full-time job and career, and I'm able to kind of do it. But I do feel like I've missed out a little bit because I think like I said, every time I got to play it, I loved it. I would play it for hours. So I definitely do think that I missed out on a little bit, but I think I'm making up for it now with The Sims 4 because I play for hours and hours, and I have thousands of hours logged in my Origin account for Sims 4. So Plumbobbery now asks, what's my favorite thing about the Sims game? And also Bridge B asked, what do I love most about the Sims? What made me love it so much? I don't know. It's hard to say, right? I love the creative side of it. I've always been a big dreamer. I've always had big dreams, and being able to kind of live out dreams that you would maybe, like when I first started playing, it was a lot of that. It was trying to live out dreams that I had in life that I could kind of see to fruition in The Sims. So I think that's why I kind of liked it at first. And then now, as I've been becoming a creator, it's just been that it's such an amazing platform for creating stories and challenges and things like that. And it's really been an amazing creative outlet for me. So Beanie now asks, if you could change one thing about the game, what would it be? If I could change one thing about the game, and Friendly Neighborhood Jess has also asked what the best and worst part of Sims 4 is. I just would change kind of some of the weird relationship things that happen, or lack of relationships. We obviously don't have memories. Yeah, silly things like if I divorce a Sim, they will still come around the next day and be happy, and I mean, they'll have a moodlet. Maybe they'll be talking to my Sim that was mean to them and, you know, still be friendly. And I don't know, it's just weird, and it makes it a little bit harder for storytelling for sure. SimsAid has now asked me what my favorite pack is, and Bat Queen has also asked me what my favorite expansion pack, game pack, and stuff pack is. So I'll answer that. My favorite pack, I know this is the common answer, but I think the seasons and having the calendar, and also even the build and buy items I really love for seasons. Yeah, I think overall that would definitely be my favorite pack, and that would be my favorite expansion pack as well. My favorite game pack, honestly, I love Jungle Adventure. I think it would have to be Jungle Adventure. I love the build and buy stuff, and I actually really loved going through the gameplay in that. Stuff pack, I love Mosquito. I love the stuff in Mosquito. And in theory, I like the photographer freelance career if it worked. I'm not sure if it works now, but when I first got it, it didn't work at all. So I haven't even tried, which is kind of annoying, but I like the idea of Mosquito. I like Laundry Day, and I really like Tiny Living. I'm sorry, I just gave 3, but it is what it is. Austin, the Sim Sanctuary, has asked, what Sims 4 pack has surprised me the most, either positively or negatively? I would say the first thing that comes to mind is negative. I'm sorry, I promise I'm not a negative person, but it's the first thing that came to mind answering this question, and that is Realm of Magic. It actually surprises me negatively because I love the idea of it. I love kind of fantasy stuff. I love occult Sims. I love that kind of thing. So I really thought I was going to love it, but I played it for maybe, I don't know, I played it a few times, and I went through the aspirations that were broken when I played it, by the way. And I think maybe that just frustrated me, and I just got bored after a few times of playing it. Love all the cast items and all the build and buy items, so I'm still happy that I have it, but I could take or leave this spellcaster stuff, to be honest. Now Beanie asks, which of these Sims versions is my favorite? So as I said, I unfortunately didn't really get to play Sims 1, 2, and 3 all that much, although I have played all of them because I'm old enough. But Sims 4 is the first one that I've had, and like I said, I have thousands of hours logged in, so I would have to say Sims 4. Friendly Neighborhood Jess, again, has asked, if you could only use one CC or mod for the rest of my life, what would it be? Ooh, I don't have a ton of mods in my game. To be honest, I could live without mods. I do like CC hair a lot. Particularly alpha CC hair for some reason. I don't use alpha CC at all other than alpha CC hair because I just love it. But I'm also okay with the clay hair as well in Maxis Match. So to be honest, I could do without any mods or CC. That doesn't bother me. Okay, and now Celosia asks what my favorite townie is and my least favorite townie, and also Busy Gamer 1 also asked me who my favorite townie is. Who my favorite townie is? I really love Miko from City Living. Wow, I completely forgot about City Living when I was answering the question about favorite expansion pack. I really like City Living as well. And I also like Get Together. Can I say 3? I like Seasons, Get Together, and City Living. Least favorite townie? I don't really have a least favorite townie, to be honest. I mean, maybe because I watch a lot of James Turner videos, maybe Katrina Caliente, just because. But she's kind of fun to have in the game anyway and make fun of, so I don't really have a least favorite townie. I like them all. I even like Eliza Pancakes. I mean, I think she's terrible, but I love her still. She's fun to hate. Do my friends in Canada play The Sims, my real life friends? That question was sent in by Puppy Llama. No, I am the only simmer that I know in real life. I think maybe a lot of us are like that, and that's why we're so close when we come together in this community. I don't know. So Bridge B now asks, how do I keep the game from getting stagnant? This is actually why I kind of started doing challenges. So I was feeling like I said, I am a game player. So I was feeling like my game was like things were getting a little stagnant and I was just doing the same thing over and over again. And then watching a lot of challenges on YouTube and then wanting to go do them like Rags to Riches and Super Sim and 100 Baby Challenge, things like that kind of reignited my passion for The Sims, which is why I wanted to create new and original challenges for The Sims so that myself and other simmers can kind of find more fun things to do in The Sims, because it can get boring if you kind of just do the same thing over and over again. Poppy Llama also asks me, Bob Pancakes, Mortimer Goth, and Don Lothario, who am I going to snog, marry, and kill? Okay, let's start with who I want to snog or kiss. It would probably be Don Lothario, I guess. And who I want to marry, probably Mortimer Goth. I think he has the most money out of all of them. And I guess that means I'm killing Bob Pancakes. Sorry. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to some kind of fun questions. I'll try to be a little faster with my answers with these ones.
I don't.
So Celosia asks, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? Ooh, that's a hard one. It would either be invisibility. I think invisibility is a good one. Or, nah, it would probably be something like telekinesis. I think that would be pretty cool to be able to kind of move things with my mind. Yeah, it would be telekinesis. Who is my favorite villain of all time? Celosia also asks. Ooh, I love this question. I have a thing for villains. I love villains. They're my favorite. But I think my favorite one of all time would have to be the Joker from the Batman universe. I also really like Harley Quinn. I don't know. I don't know why, but I've always loved Batman, and there's something about the Joker. He's just so insane and so sadistic and evil, really for no reason sometimes, although the new Joker movie kind of gives him a little bit of a backstory. But if you read the comics, often he's kind of just evil for the sake of being evil, which is really entertaining to watch. I don't know. Yeah, I would have to say Joker. Bat Queen now asks me, what do I think of vampires? Oh, girl. I have loved vampire and vampire stories for years, ever since I was really, really young. This actually kind of goes into one of the questions, so I might as well let you guys know. Jasmine has asked me if I'm a member of any fandoms, and I would have to say I am definitely Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so I don't know what the fandom would be called. Maybe we're Scoobies? Probably Scoobies. I am obsessed and have always been obsessed with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I have watched the series through probably anywhere between 6 and 10 times, at like the entire series, all 7 seasons. But I just love the characters, and I love the story development and all the character arcs, and I think it's hilarious. And anyways, I love vampires. I've always loved vampire lore. Love the movie Interview with the Vampire Slayer. Love the movie. That's not the title of the movie. Love the movie Interview with a Vampire. Definitely watched Vampire Diaries and enjoyed it. Yeah, I like vampire stuff. I always have. And just to continue on that question from Princess Jasmine, I would also be a Swiftie for sure. I've always loved Taylor Swift, and I think she's a great songwriter. Anything else? Harry Potter, obviously. Oh, I love Harry Potter. Actually, here I'm gonna cut to something for you guys. This is from 9 years ago, by the way.
Old Gryffindor from Wildmoor, fair Ravenclaw from Glen, sweet Hufflepuff from Valley Broad, shrewd Slytherin from Ven.
Honestly, I'm looking forward to when Molly kills Bellatrix, and I swear it was amazing. It was everything I wanted. More. It was more. The acting was amazing. There was some like insane graphic scenes. It was amazing.
Gryffindor, the bravest were, prized far beyond the rest. For Ravenclaw, the cleverest, would always be the best. For Hufflepuff, hard workers were, most worthy of admission. And power-hungry Slytherin loved those of great ambition.
So yeah, definitely Harry Potter. Henori Sims asks what my opinions on Avril Lavigne are, since I guess being Canadian. I think she's great. I think Avril is great. She's super talented. Super proud that she comes from my country. She actually grew up really close to where I kind of grew up. So we're definitely from a very similar place in Ontario. So yeah, no, I think she's great. She's wonderful. Ooh, Princess Jasmine now asks what my favorite Harry Potter character is and why. I have so many. Like, there's so many characters that I love. I obviously love Luna. I love Hermione. I love Harry too, although he can be annoying sometimes. And there's so many of the adults and the teachers that I absolutely love. But I think my all-time favorite is, oh god, I have always loved Bellatrix. I know she's super evil and awful, but I don't know. I just think she's so cool. And I love how Helena Bonham Carter plays her. I think she does an amazing job with her in the movies. So I just love that character. I love the crazy characters, I know. Joker and Bellatrix, like, those are my favorite characters right now.
I really like the Death Eaters. Like, they're amazing. I love Bellatrix. I love Lord Voldemort. I know, I'm like a psycho, but I love them. I'd probably hang out with them. But then I'd be, like, awkward because I'd be like, you just killed people.
Okay, Jasmine has also asked what animal would be my Patronus or Animagus. I feel like I always want it to be something really cool, like dragon or like tiger, but I don't think it would be that. It would probably be something like something silly like a turtle or something. Honestly, I think it would be a turtle because I feel like my neck is always forward like that. So I always think I'm looking like a turtle sometimes. So yeah, it would probably be a really cute turtle, but I would want it to be a dragon. And Ked You Not has asked, based off my GIF usage on Twitter, I guess, did I watch The Office? Do I love The Office? And do I listen to The Office Ladies podcast? Yes, yes, and no. So yes, of course, I watched The Office. Love it. I watched both, British and American, and I absolutely love it. And to be honest, I had never heard of the Office Lady podcast. I know it's horrible because once I saw this question, I definitely looked it up right away, and I have no idea why I haven't been watching it. So it is something that I am, or watching it, it's a podcast. Listening. It is something that I definitely am going to start listening to because I know I'll love it. Okay. On to some food questions. I got a lot of food questions, which I love because I love food. So Chef Icon has asked me the best question ever. He's asked, do you think there were ranch Doritos before they got cool? And also, what makes them cool? I don't even know how to answer that. Do I think there were ranch Doritos before they got cool? Yeah, no, I think they definitely had to kind of develop themselves a little bit and kind of come into themselves before they really got cool. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, I have a few pizza questions that I'm terrified to answer. So Simming Slytherin has asked me what my favorite pizza topping is, and Sim Rena has asked me, am I a pineapple on pizza heathen? Oh god. Okay, as soon as I saw these questions, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna start a freaking war. So I have a really weird pizza choice of what my favorite things are on pizza. It's 3 ingredients that I love, and yeah, I feel like everyone's gonna think I'm such a freak and a weirdo, but it is what I want to order every single time. It is so good. I can eat other pizzas, like I can eat pizzas with pepperoni on it and, you know, like deluxe pizzas and things like that. I'll eat anything really, but my favorite is pineapple, mushrooms, and green pepper. I know, it's so weird. Don't unsubscribe now because you just heard that, please. I promise I'm still a good person. But yes, I'm a pineapple on pizza heathen. Austin, the Sim Sanctuary, has asked me what my favorite snack food is. If we're talking like junk food, snack food, it's definitely candy. I'm a candy kid. I always have been. And my candy of choice is always kind of gummies. Those really kind of sweet gummies, and then they put the like sour sugar on top of it. Like sour soothers, anything like that. Maynard's, fuzzy peaches, those type of things. That is my favorite. I can eat a whole bag myself. Ask my mom, she will tell you. I have a bottomless pit of a stomach when it comes to candies. My stomach does not get upset after eating a ton, and yeah, that might also be my greatest achievement, which that question is coming up. And Honori Sims has also asked me, do I like cooking and what's my favorite meal? Do I love cooking? No, I absolutely hate cooking. I wish I loved cooking because I really like food, and I feel like as an adult human being, I should probably, well, I do, I have to cook, but I don't enjoy it. I don't get any joy from cooking at all, and I wish I did because I know so many people love it, but I hate it. I hate cooking. I hate doing dishes. I hate cleaning up after. I hate all of it. I really just wish someone would cook dinner for me all the time, but I realize that that is not realistic, so I do cook, but I don't like it. What's my favorite meal? I have a lot of favorite meals, but I really like steak. a really good steak, medium rare with some like potatoes and some vegetables. I'll have that any day. Okay, on to some more kind of personal questions. So Daydream Sims has asked me what was the very first video game I played. Yeah, it would definitely be Super Mario Bros. On Nintendo. I'm actually not an amazing gamer when it comes to games that are out right now, but I'm actually a really good side-scroll gamer. For the Love of Sims has asked me, do I have any pets? Currently, I do not have any pets, but I wish I did. I love dogs. I love cats. I've had cats. I've had a mouse at one point. I really want a bearded dragon at some point in my life. Yeah, I love all pets, but I unfortunately can barely take care of myself right now, so that's why I don't have a pet. Simzaid has asked me what my biggest achievement is. It's such a hard question to answer, but I would probably say just graduating from school. I've graduated twice from post-secondary. First, I got a diploma in music theater performance for singing, dancing, and acting, and that felt really good to get that. I won the faculty award for that, and yeah, no, it was a really good time in my life. And recently, in the last few years, I've graduated from the University of Toronto for sociology, so I have a degree in that. That was hard to do because I was working full-time and doing school full-time at the same time, so just going through that and getting through that, graduating with honors, doing that, I would definitely say that was my biggest achievement. Daydream Sims now asks me what my happiest memory is. Oh, that's such a hard one. I mean, I have a lot of really happy moments, but the thing that really pops out to me, when I was about 18 years old, I was a dancer, grew up doing competitive dance, tap, jazz, ballet, all of it, you name it, acrobatics. My very first audition, just on a whim, went to the Disney Cruise Line audition in Toronto and didn't think anything was going to come out of it. And when I got that call back that I had made it and that they were going to give me a role on the ship and an 8-month contract, that was such a good feeling. And that's kind of what propelled me to go to music theater school, and it really changed my life, meeting a lot of people from different countries and things like that. It was a crazy experience. Imagine going off at 18 years old and doing basically your dream job, and meeting all kinds of new people when you'd never met anybody from any other country before. That was the happiest moment, I think, that I can think of. Yeah. Because that doesn't happen. You don't go on one audition and get it right away. Like, that doesn't happen in real life. But it did. It happened to me, and I'm super lucky and super happy that I was able to have that experience. Simbi has asked me who or what is my biggest inspiration. I don't know. I feel like I get inspiration from a lot of different people and a lot of different things. If we're talking Sims specifically, I would say the reason I started a YouTube channel was James Turner. Hey guys, watching his Let's Plays and his challenges. They're just so funny, and they just make playing The Sims so much more fun. So I really wanted to bring that to people as well. So yeah. But there's definitely a lot of different inspiration that I kind of draw from in life in general. Okay. Simming Slytherin already knew that I was an actor and that I have that kind of past life, so she's asked what the favorite role that I've ever played as an actor. That one is so easy for me to answer. In school, I did get to play a lot of cool things kind of outside of school, but I got to play an absolute dream role in school, and that was playing Jo March in Little Women.
There's a life that I am meant to lead, a life like nothing I have known. I can feel it, and it's far from here. I've got to find it on my own.
That role, you basically have the show on your shoulders. That kind of responsibility in a show, and I don't know. It's amazing. Any of you musical theater nerds, if you guys haven't heard like Astonishing by Sutton Foster in Little Women, go Google it. It's freaking amazing. Yeah, that might be one of my happiest moments. But yeah, that role was absolutely amazing. Like I said, I felt like I held the show on my shoulders, and if I screwed up, then, you know, the whole show's going down, you know, and having that type of responsibility was exhilarating, and is exactly what I love. I love that kind of pressure. And Simming Slytherin has also asked me the favorite role I've never played. There's a few of them. I would have, if I continued being an actor, I would have loved to do, these are all musicals, by the way, so I'm sorry if you're not a musical theater nerd like I am. I would love to play Sally Bowles in Cabaret. When I would be older, I would have loved to play Mama Rose from Gypsy. Oh my god, that role is crazy. Yeah, those are the ones that kind of stick out to me. Okay, Plum Bobbery asks if I could live anywhere in the world, where would I live? Or would I prefer to stay in Canada? In all honesty, I would probably prefer to live in Canada. I'm pretty happy where I am. But I will tell you, I've kind of looked up the information for what it would take to immigrate to like Sweden. I don't know. I just think a lot of their values and political type beliefs are very on point with kind of how I kind of believe. So I definitely have looked that up because I think they're a little closer politically than Canada is actually for me. I would definitely have to learn another language, and yeah. That actually goes to the next one. Plum Bobbery also asked me what languages I speak. I'm so like hang my head in shame. I basically only speak English. I wish I knew more. Being from Canada, I obviously learned French for years. Ever since grade 4 up until grade 10, I did French, so I definitely know a little bit of French. I can have a basic conversation in French, although with a very terrible accent, so I'm always very embarrassed to speak French with people who are actually francophone. But yeah, no, I unfortunately only speak English, but I think learning another language is definitely something that I want to do in my life, so I might start with French. Daydream Sims has also asked me, where is my dream destination in the world? Ooh, oh my goodness. I've always wanted to go to Europe, but it wouldn't just be one place. Like, I would just want to go to a bunch of different places. Yeah, there's so many different places. I would obviously want to visit the UK. I would want to go to like Greece, Germany, Italy, Sweden, all the kind of Nordic countries, Finland and Norway, all of them. I want to visit all of them. I want to go everywhere. Really, I just want to travel the world. I just don't have the money. So, one day. Okay, so now I have another question so Red Ross has asked me, what other things do I like to do in my free time besides playing and filming Sims? And Honori Sims also asked me a similar question, what are some of my hobbies outside of The Sims? So that is a big part of my life, to be honest. I don't do that much more because I do have a full-time job as well. But when I'm not doing those things, I'm usually watching Netflix. I love watching TV. I also haven't done this in a while, but I do like to play guitar. But yeah, I haven't picked up a guitar in a few years actually, but it's something that I want to pick up again. Because when I was playing guitar, and writing songs, it was something that I really enjoyed. So it's probably something that I'm going to try to pick up again. Now there's some kind of silly ones. For the Love of Sims and Caitlin Moo, they're fellow Canadian simmers who I love, and they've both kind of asked me a similar question. So Samantha for the Love of Sims has asked me, when are we planning our Canadian simmer meetup? And then Caitlin has asked, can we do an in real life Canadian meetup, or is that weird? And the answer is it's not weird, and I think we should absolutely do it. I am down. There's two of you that have asked me some silly questions. So Samantha, I think she asked this because I asked this for her on her Q&A, but she says, when I'm famous, will I remember us little people? Oh my goodness. First of all, I don't think I'm gonna be famous. I would like this channel to grow for sure. I think the important thing for me has always been connecting with people. So even if I only reach 1,000 subscribers, which is amazing, by the way, and I'll be super happy for that if that ever happens. But if that's as far as it goes, I'm always going to, answer as many comments as I can and try to talk to people, try to interact with people. That is literally one of the reasons why I got into this. So and Bat Queen has said, why am I seriously so amazing and beautiful? Well, I don't know about that, but you're really sweet, Bats. Thank you. Okay, we're on the home stretch, guys. The next batch of questions is all just about my channel, all just about YouTube and how I started. So here we go. I've got two questions that are kind of similar. So Anna J has said, how did I decide to start, and what advice would I give for somebody that wants to start? And Red Alpha 23 has asked, when was the first time you decided that YouTube video game streaming is what you wanted to do? So, like I said, I decided I wanted to start because I do feel like I was missing a little creative outlet in my life after quitting acting. Like I said, I needed to quit acting. That was really important for my mental health. But after a few years of not doing anything creative, I was starting to feel a little depressed. Yeah, just I needed something. I don't get that in my work, in my career, so I really needed some kind of creative outlet. So that is why I started. So when I started watching YouTube videos, people do amazing stories and challenges on YouTube for The Sims, I started kind of going, well, I could do this. I have some good ideas. So that's kind of what kind of made me want to start doing streaming and doing YouTube videos. And actually streaming, I didn't think I would start streaming at all. Like, I thought maybe when I had like a lot of subscribers or something, maybe I would have a go at it. So the fact that I'm streaming now is crazy to me, because if you had have told me a year ago that I would be streaming live, I would have told you you're crazy, just because it's always been something that I've been so scared to do and so shy to do. But it really is, it's the support of you guys and this amazing community that has allowed me to do this. I really honestly mean that. Okay, Simzaid asks me, YouTube or Twitch? YouTube always. It'll always be YouTube. YouTube is why I started. YouTube is where I kind of want to grow the most, and not that I don't love Twitch. I absolutely love Twitch, and I have so much fun in Twitch for different reasons, but that creative side and being able to edit videos and things like that, I'm really loving right now. So definitely YouTube at this point. Okay, Friendly Neighborhood Jess has asked me, what's the best thing about YouTube and the worst thing about YouTube? So the best thing about YouTube has definitely been just being able to connect with so many different people, people with similar interests as me, obviously The Sims. Yeah, I have developed these friendships that I feel like are going to be friendships for life. I hope I'm not being dramatic about that, but I really honestly believe that. The worst thing about YouTube is if you allow yourself to kind of get caught up in the numbers, because as a small YouTuber, it can be very hard sometimes. Especially if you get hung up on those numbers, if, a certain video that you spent more time on kind of bombed, but then a video that took you like half an hour to do And that's the one that does really well. View-wise, it just gets frustrating. So you really have to kind of check yourself a little bit. I forgot actually to answer Anna J's, the end of her question, which was what advice you would give for someone that wants to start. But it kind of ties into what I'm talking about right now. Just do it because you love it, and don't get caught up in the views and the numbers, because it can get really, really discouraging very fast. So you have to remember why you're doing it, and do it because you love it. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. There's been so many weeks where I'm like, I want to get that video out on Tuesday and on Friday, and sometimes I just have to tell myself, well, maybe I'll just put the Tuesday video out on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. And is it going to really matter that much? Not really, but it's going to be better for my mental health. Then that's what we're going to do. That Plumbob Rob has asked, what's the biggest thing I've learned over the past few months having a channel? I feel like I'm still learning every single day, so that's a hard one. But the biggest thing, I think, to take care of myself before anything else. Take care of my mental health and my kind of mental state before worrying about what everybody else wants. I think it's really important to do things for other people, and what you think is going to get views or whatever, that's really great, and you should kind of think of it as a business that way, and I do often look at those things. But at the end of the day, I started this to have a creative outlet and to engage with the community, and those things I'm doing. But if I start not feeling passionate anymore, that's going to be a shame. That's going to be a real shame. So I'm very, very careful about not pushing myself too hard if I'm starting to feel a little drained or a little burnt out. I kind of step back right away. And Samantha, for the Love of Sims, has also asked, what have I learned from being a YouTuber that I didn't expect? I don't know if this is what I've learned, but definitely something that I didn't expect was how kind of open and welcoming this community is. I'm a bit of a shy person and in real life, and I was kind of taken aback and overwhelmed a little bit at first at how kind of welcoming everybody is, and how easy it was to make some amazing friends and to get to know people. And yeah, I did not expect that. I did want to kind of build a community, and that is part of the reason why I started this channel, but I didn't expect it to be the way it is and how amazing it's been. I did not expect that. And that's also kind of my answer for Beanie's question, which was what has surprised me in my adventure of posting YouTube videos and streaming on Twitch. Yeah, it would definitely be just how open and welcoming people have been, and what amazing friends I have made in this really short time. It's crazy to me. Austin also asked a similar question, which was what has surprised me about creating content on YouTube and Twitch, and yeah, it would be the same answer. That Plumbob Rob has also asked what my setup is like. So here, I'll actually show you guys. This is my cute little setup here. Hold on. So I have a very humble little setup. So I've got my mic. This actually was a mic that I bought back when I was a singer and I wanted to record my voice, so it's actually a decent mic that I already had. I've got my kind of ring light, and I use my cell phone as my face cam, so that's why you don't see my webcam, because I don't have one. It's a cell phone, but I do have a really cheap but effective ring light that I have there. And yeah, I just have a monitor, and actually you can actually see that I'm propping up that ring light by my 3 Harry Potter books here that I have. The other ones are obviously away in the shelf. And yeah, I just have a cheap kind of crappy monitor, And then when I want to use 2 monitors, I just use this big TV that we have in the room that we use to watch TV shows, and that's kind of where I look at my chat. So that's it. Okay, we're almost done, guys. We are on the home stretch. I'm sorry this is taking so long. Oh my god, my editing future self is hating me right now. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Sims8 has asked, what's my favorite video? I'm assuming that's of mine. If not, I'm sorry. Now I feel really narcissistic if that's not what it is. But my favorite video of mine, I don't know if I have a favorite video, but my favorite series, and actually this is the answer to Simrina YouTube, her question, which was which one of my original challenges is my favorite so far. So it's the same answer. And that would be my Evo Grand Matriarch challenge. I just love that challenge. I love the idea of having such a clear goal and a very difficult goal. That would definitely be my favorite one, and it's super evil and it's really fun to play. These 2 questions are very similar. So Gab Vivas has asked, how am I able to come up with so many different ideas for Sims content, and why do I keep coming back to it? And Blissfully BNB, or Brianna, how do you come up with such fun challenge ideas? So I have so many challenge ideas. How do I come up with them? I don't know. I just think of them. I think of them in the shower. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I just kind of pop up and I have a great idea, and I end up, what I do is I do have a notebook that I write all my challenges down in, but then I also, because often I don't have my notebook or it's pitch black, so I'll just grab my phone and I'll put like a note section in there. So I have in my note section, I have like a bunch of just challenge ideas. I don't know how or why they come to me, but they do. I just love challenges in The Sims. So I'm just always kind of thinking of new things or new ways to play the game. Simzaid has asked me Mal, so my character Mal from the Evo Grand Matriarch challenge or the 7 partner challenge. Her name is Nyla Girl. So which one out of the 2 is my favorite? 100% Mal. Mal is my girl. She's gonna be my favorite Sim for a long time, I think. But I love Nyla too. I for sure love Nyla, but no, Mal is my girl. I love her. I just want her to see all her evil dreams come true. Kind of getting to the end finally. I'm so sorry that this is so long, by the way. Simrina has now asked me, how many other challenges do I have planned and in store for you, or for all of you guys? I have a lot. I have one that I'm starting very soon for Twitch. I don't want to give anything away. Yeah, I probably have a good 10 more that I could do. And I have a bunch of just like single video ideas that I want to do. Yeah, I have a lot. But like they won't all come to pass, I don't think, because I'm obviously gonna pick the ones that I think are the better ideas, and maybe once I really think about it and think about the rules, maybe I won't actually want to do it. So I don't know if I'll do all of those, but yeah, I definitely have a bunch kind of just waiting for some of my other challenges to be done so that I can start a new one. So Dark Phoenix and Bridge B, they've asked me similar questions. So Dark Phoenix says, do I have future plans for this channel? And Bridge B has asked, what are my goals for this channel? So, I'm not, like, I don't want to lie to you guys. Would it be freaking amazing to be able to do this for my job one day? Not anytime soon, obviously, but, you know, in a few years, once I've grown, hopefully, a decent kind of following, and I'm hopefully monetized, and would I love to do this full time and spend 8 to 12 hours a day working on content? 100%. Yes, I would love to do that. That would be my dream. Of course it would be. I don't think that's gonna happen for a long time. I don't want to say ever, because obviously I want to keep having this. I think it's good to have a dream and to have hopes and goals and things like that. But yeah, I would say, like, I'd like to do it in a few years, you know? I'd like to give myself 3 years kind of thing and see if I can get to that stage. We'll see. That might be crazy. I want every video to be better than the last. I want to keep improving my editing and my sim skills and like building skills, things like that, because I'm not a huge builder, so I'd like to get better at that. As long as I'm improving. Anyways, that was super long. I'm sorry. I am not used to talking for this long. It's been really scary talking to my phone camera for this long. So, wow. If anybody made it through this video, then thank you. You are a freaking champion. That should be your biggest achievement if that's a question that you do. But anyways, thanks again, guys. Thank you so much for 500 subscribers. That is crazy. We are now on the road to 1K subscribers, which is insane. I'm hoping that can happen by the end of the year. That is my goal. Not sure if that'll happen, but in my head, that's what I want to happen. We're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna keep putting out content. We're gonna keep doing new challenges, and hoping that you guys still enjoy it. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your friendship. Yeah, it means the world. I didn't want to get too I'm kind of an emotional person, so I didn't want to talk too much about I don't know, about like crazy personal things or anything like that, because I would just cry, I would just bawl. So I tried to keep it a little bit light, but I do kind of talk a little bit more about what YouTube and what Sims has kind of done for my life. V Kruger, I'll put her Twitter handle up on the screen. She is writing articles about positive simmers in the community, and I had the amazing opportunity to be one of them and be interviewed by her, and she's written this amazing article, and I've written down kind of my what YouTube and what Sims has kind of done for me in my life. So if you want that kind of sappy type story, definitely go read that article. I will link it down in the description. And yeah, thank you guys, and I hope we can all keep growing together, and yeah, stay happy and healthy. Bye.